Is it good?
Out of the box.
Yeah, you got
Okay,
it.
thing one,
Uh-oh.
thing two, and thing one.
Very good. You know the words. Take your time.
And they ran to us fast.
Yeah, you ready for another bite? Oh, I gotta go check on that bread. There you go. Oh, she got it.
Good bite. Now.
You used to make that noise when you were eating too. She's getting tired. Look at that sleepy girl. You want another one? It's your last bite.
They said. No.
Is it good?
How do you do? Would you like to shake hands with thing one and thing two? I at thing one and thing two and kind of hat. And I guess Sally. And
This is a sleepy baby. Leaning over, eating her yummy food. Libby's having some independent time. I baked cookies. I gave Johnny 2. I had 2. Libby had 1. And then 2 more went missing when he went back to work. So I guess he really liked the cookies. And then I also made the ciabatta bread. It took all freaking day. It was like, you do one thing, then you let it rest for 45 minutes and then repeat. I just cut into it. Look at it. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna put a little bit of, what? Okay, good. She's doing Lego math. Wonderful. I'm going to butter a piece for everybody and we're gonna test it out. It looks beautiful. It smells beautiful. It sounds like the outside sounds crusty. The middle is nice and soft. There's sourdough starter day 2. It looked like it was okay the first day, so we fed it and dumped out half and hopefully it'll be okay. It's like, man, this better work because I've started this at noon yesterday and it is almost 5 o'clock today. And it's just starting to cool enough that I can cut into it. So it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It was not easy, even though the recipe says easy. It was not. I'll leave a link to the cookie recipe and the bread recipe. Oh my goodness, I seriously cannot believe that I made it. It is so, so good. We will have some of that with dinner. Everybody had a piece. I put butter on my piece. It's just amazing. I already had like a third of a piece already. So good. So I've got to make the rest of the cookies tonight. I just did 1 sheet of them and I'll make the rest later. Absolutely delicious, worth the effort if you have the time. It would be so much easier if at least one of the kiddos was in school or they were both in school, then it wouldn't be a big deal at all. But there were a few steps at the end when you're actually starting to bake it. And Stella started breaking down and Johnny had to come out for like 5 minutes so I could get all the last steps done before I could stick it in the oven. Other than that, it wasn't that hard. It was just a lot of steps. I filmed some clips last night. It's just the bigger version. It is on wheels. You can put the brakes on. Obviously, we haven't even hung blinds yet. It's just been a long, slow process with 2 kids. So I really like it's easy clean. So far, she hasn't made too much of a mess, but I like that it's easy clean. And I'll show you guys, it has been storming. It actually doesn't look that bad, but this was all a river just a little while ago, going through the whole yard. Now it's starting to soak in, I guess. The thunder's still rolling. She is trying to clean up there, but I told her to start getting ready for bed. We've got our welcome sign. Johnny said we almost left it at the other house. That would have been sad because he bought it when we were building that other house. He got it for me for either Valentine's Day or Mother's Day, and he said, this is for when we get our dream home. And we never ended up getting that house. And we kept it all the last 3 years. And so we're gonna hang it up in our new house, finally in the dream home. So it's sentimental. And in here we've got still some boxes. I think these are our last 4 boxes, but that box is just filled with paper and junk. And I just helped her clean. We do a 5-minute cleanup session where we try to get all the paper off the floor. She uses a bag for her garbage can or her recycling. So we save those paper bags I end up getting sometimes. And chaos, chaos. She's working on going potty, and then I'll help her brush her teeth after she takes a turn. I gotta still hide some things, still hang up the blinds. And here's what it looks like. I've got the cookies laying out so that I can cook them. I put them in the refrigerator. I still gotta clean the table off from dinner time. I just cleaned the high chair and that was it. But there's the rest of the cookie dough. I almost dropped it. There it is. It's all like on one side. And then I left the butter out because I want some of that ciabatta bread with butter. I put the bread in the fridge, except those pieces I'm gonna munch on in a little bit. I still have to use the magic eraser and get the paint droplets off of there. Dishes are loaded in. I gotta still wipe down the counters. I was gonna do that after the cookies. So I'm gonna go ahead and preheat the oven. Johnny put a turtle up here. Let's see. She's still working on cleaning. I can hear her. And I figured out you touch it very lightly, and then most of the time it works. And these cookies cook on 375. So I'll go ahead and hit start and let it start preheating, and then I'll put in another batch of cookies. I gotta go help her in just a second, but it's all in all coming together. We're getting into some sort of routine. This is, oh, I saw a sneaky girl sneaking down. What are you doing? She must be grounding some. Oh, thank you for putting it away. So this is day 2 of our starter, and it is supposed to get big. I need a bigger jar, I think, because it was just a little bit above this diagonal line, and now it's risen like that much today already. So I'm worried about overnight. I did stick another container there, so hopefully it won't overflow. But if it does, I've got a container. It's still got quite a ways in there, so hopefully it won't, but it's definitely starting to get some bubblage. You can see some bubbles forming. It's starting to look good. I think it's gonna work. The ciabatta worked, but that was with just yeast that I can measure out. This is a totally different ball game for me. And now, hallelujah, it's bedtime. And we still have a microwave in the entryway. And I was joking with Johnny. I was like, it's in case we get hungry when we come in the front door. We can microwave our food right at the entryway. It's got to go either in the big closet, in an extra closet, or in the media room. At some point, it's going to be in the media room, like with a snack bar, but that's not happening for a while. I wasn't about to throw it away when it's like a year old. And it rained all day. Oh, you did. Livy, good job. Good job in here. She did end up cleaning this up fast. Yeah, you went fast. She sneaked around and cleaned up. That's what she just said. These gotta go back in the box. Puzzles. She did really good. Pretty much cleaned it up. And baby stuff's just sitting there. I don't know if I showed the drum set, but it's in here now. It has been set up. And Livy, oh, Johnny put the TV. Oh, cute. So I didn't even notice that. She'll come and play in here in the morning and sit on the couch and read and stuff. There you go. He set up the TV. He set up the TV right there. It's kind of awkward. Right now, he just put the TV on top of the TV stand, and I had it over there so she could play puzzles on it. But there's the drum set. So Johnny's Aunt Barb got him this as a graduation present when he graduated high school, and we've had it ever since, and it's been great. It's a Roland electronic drum set. But the headphones, we've messed up over the years, so he needs to get another pair of headphones. If we don't get them sometime soon, I will get them for him for Father's Day. I gotta figure out. So yeah, it's the drum set. Some of these drumsticks might be my drumsticks. I don't know if I told you guys, but I played drums. And I don't know if any of these are mine. I had a pair of Hard Rock Cafe ones, but I think I've gotten rid of them over the years. Anyway, yeah, I think those are all his drumsticks. Yeah, it's gonna be cool having a TV in here. I think these are probably all his drumsticks, but I don't know. That one might have been mine. Libby loves it. Nope, we're not gonna start. Go brush those teeth. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I had an acoustic set. I never had an electronic set, and he didn't have an electronic set until high school. So we've kept this all these years, and Libby loves it, so I think he's going to teach her how to play drums. I need to get back into it because I'm super out of practice, like embarrassingly bad.
Can you squeeze out this toothpiece?
Yes, I can. I was never that good to begin with.
I said pieced.
Toothpieced. And she finally is back to a normal pillow. We kind of insisted that The squishmallows go down at that end. Random animals. The sequin animals. I got those at H-E-B. And I got all her food up here. I finally unpacked the boxes. So that thing is full of kitchen food. And she got a little birthday cake from her actual birthday. This is closet. It's not completely how I want it, but we've got short sleeves, long sleeves. Everything is hung up. Dirty clothes are in the dirty hamper. Got pajamas in the top and then long pants in the bottom there. And then dresses, I did short sleeves, long sleeves, and then extra sheets and extra covers and things. This is clothes that do not fit her anymore. I'll save those and put them in bins for Stella, and then hangers that are like odd shaped I didn't want in here. Then we've got undies box and then shorts and skirts. I'll redo those boxes on the shelf, but for now it works. And we've got to finish up. I think we're on the last chapter of Junie B. Livy. Book number 2. We're on the last chapter of that one. We finally found it. We've been reading other books at night because we haven't had that book since moving. So I'm glad we found it. Let me shake it and let me see. Whoa, fluff hair.
Do it again.
Okay, I'm laying back in my chair. I popped one batch of cookies in the oven and now I'm going to sit here and wrap up the vlog. Johnny is gone for the last and final night of getting the rental ready to give back to the other people. Technically, we have it through the end of May. That's what we paid for, but hopefully they can get a tenant before then. I doubt it with all this going on that they will get it occupied in time, but it is what it is. So he's getting it ready. So one night he cleaned, one night he did the yard, and now he's just doing touch-up things and dropping off the keys and the garage door opener. They already have a thing on the door so that people can come look at the house. So hopefully we get somebody occupying it, so at least we don't have to pay May. That's what I'm hoping, but I just doubt it at this point. I'd be surprised, but we're giving it back to them. It's ready to go, and then we are officially rent-free and be completely done. We just have to probably pay through May, but it's good to just finally get it all done, get rid of it, and be just this house. So I was talking with Johnny today. It just feels like a dream come true being in this house. I've had so much fun in the kitchen. Like the big giant slab of granite is just beautiful. Granite. I keep calling it granite because it was under the granite designs. It was priced like granite since it's a natural stone, but it's quartzite, but I'm probably going to call it granite forever. It's basically granite. As far as I'm concerned, it's basically granite, but I keep calling it that. I just love having the big island. We've done so much baking already in this house. I just love the kitchen. The only thing I don't love about it is the faucet, and also the uppers are kind of tight. I changed camera angles. I have it to where the bowls and stuff are on the sides of these, but it's just not ideal. It would be really nice if like this one had gone out more and been thicker so I could put like all the bowls and stuff on that side. So it's like right across from the dishwasher versus like further in. It's really not that much of a problem, but I just would prefer to have it like all on one side versus wrapping around as far as getting to those dishes. But I think we'll get used to it. Right now it feels a little weird and foreign to us. I have not hooked up the oven for Wi-Fi, but I have been able to press the buttons better. I was really like trying to press hard, and it's just like the lightest little touch to get the buttons to work. And so I've had much better luck with that. Gosh, I need to cut my nails. They look ridiculously long, like when I'm holding my hand up. So we've looked into faucets. I know exactly what faucet I want, but we're not getting it yet. We're just holding off on things like that, but I know which one I want. So that's good. It's basically like very similar to the one right now. It's just a lot bigger. But anyway, I think that's going to wrap up the vlog. I'm just going to work on cooking those cookies. I'll leave recipe links down below for everything. The bread was so good. We had it with butter and then we had it with some dipping oil. Both ways, it was phenomenal. I went ahead and cut both loaves and stuck one loaf in the freezer and then the rest of the current loaf in the fridge. So we have lots of ciabatta bread. It was a really big labor of love. I Instagrammed it and I said it took 16 hours, but I was totally wrong. It took 24 hours plus 4 instead of 12 hours plus 4. So it was actually 28 hours altogether. And it's not intensive stuff. Like I didn't even have to knead the dough. It was done with the KitchenAid. So it was really easy. It was just like timing things and doing different steps between, and the only like sort of intensive part is when you're getting it ready for the oven. You have to spray it with water a couple of times in the first few minutes of it baking, so that is a kind of awkward, and that's right when Stella was breaking down, so I was getting a little bit stressed about it, but I ended up getting it done. I really just can't believe I made it, so I'm super happy with it. I will link to that recipe. It's worth a try just once if nothing else. It's just so good. And the sourdough starter seems to be working correctly, so I'm excited about that as well. I don't know what it is about having like a nice fancy kitchen, but I want to like bake all the things and cook all the things. So this is totally a new thing. I've used bread machines to make bread, but I've never like done something like this totally rustic from scratch. I don't know what is shining on this, but something is shining on this. I don't know what it is. There's the cookie oven. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you guys liked the vlog. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. We are ready to come out. Oh, it's getting foggy in there. Look at those bad boys. They look delicious. And I swear that looks higher than it did even earlier. I should have marked the jar originally to see how far it went up, but I feel like it was even lower than that. Like, I don't know, an hour ago when I showed it to you guys. It's rising. I switched out the I switched out the container because I used the other one to hold those cookies. Look at it, it's definitely higher. Johnny walks in and he's like, dude, this is going to overflow tonight. So I think I'm going to take some of it out because it's super bubbly. See some of the bubbles on top there. So cool. It's actually working. I can't believe it. So I am totally taking some of this out because I really want it to stay in this jar. I might have to cut down my amounts, like a 1/4 cup and a 1/4 cup instead of 1 cup, 1 cup.